Hi, friends. This is James and Cara, and we are Kerouacs Cruising.
We are taking you on a journey, traveling the country with our dogs and finding remote places where the dog
And us
can roam free and play while we discuss life's growths, beauty, and some struggles along the way.
We recommend pairing our episodes with our blog at kerouacscruising.com, where we organize accurate information in an easy-to-follow format, removing all of the conversational goodies.
The link for this episode's blog post is in the show notes.
We encourage you to join the conversation by commenting where you listen, engaging with us on Facebook or Instagram at Kerouacs Cruising, or email us at join@kerouacscruising.com.
In the meantime, thanks for tuning in. Sit back and enjoy the journey.
Morning, friends!
Hi, guys. Welcome to Kerouacs Cruising. Me and Cara are...
We're on the road! We're on the road!
We finally bought a camper, and we're heading to Idaho. So we bought the truck 6 months ago, and we finally were able to get a camper, and this is our first trip, and we're heading to Idaho.
Super excited, you guys. It has been a crazy week. I mean, really a couple weeks, as James has been doing some work to the truck to get us ready for all of this. He had an 8-hour, wheel bearing and
Upper and lower ball joint
job. That was an all-day, terrible, hard project. Right before we were going to pick up our trailer, so we had to wait for our property to close. So we're buying the camper the very next day. James wanted to replace the, what do they call it? The kicker shock or the damper shock, stiffener shock. It's got a million names, but it's a shock that it's in the middle of the truck between the cab and the bed of the truck. It's very hard to find this thing. So we go to the parts store. We actually order it. James looks at it and he's like, that's not right. So then he talks to the kid and the kid's like, oh, I got you. And so we get it. We bring it home. He pulls out the old shock, starts to put in the new one. He's like, this isn't right. This isn't the right thing. So then we're like, all right, well, we got to go to Flagstaff tomorrow anyways, to go get the trailer. So we're going to go pick it up on the way and I'll pop it in real quick. And so we spent like 2 hours online looking for this thing. First of all, couldn't figure out what it was called. You know, there's 800 names for it. And then there's no place locally that sells. You can't get it at any normal auto parts store.
Order only part.
Order only part. And you got to get it from like a suspension store. It's the craziest flipping thing. Stay in a camper no matter what. This is happening. So it was like 10 or 11 o'clock at night before we finally gave up looking and we're like, we'll reevaluate the situation in the morning. He gets up at 4:30 in the morning and pops this thing back in so we could drive to Phoenix to go pick up our camper. Then that was a whole nother thing.
116 degrees down.
Yeah, it was
Phoenix.
So hot. There was some things wrong with it. And so we were hemming and hawing about whether we wanted it. We really, really, really liked it. So we ended up not getting the camper. We got super excited about a couple weeks ago. Guy sold it before we were ready. And actually, I'm really, really grateful that he did because we would have not kept on looking. We thought we found what we wanted. It checked most all of the boxes. We were settled. We were already dreaming about where I was putting things. And then he sold it. He let us know that he sold it. So then we started looking again and we found this 2021. It's a Passport GT series, 2500 KW, blah, I don't know. But it's so beautiful, you guys. We'll do a video, give you guys a tour later on, probably when we get to camp tonight. So we bought it, love it. It's shorter than what we wanted, but otherwise it checks most all of the boxes. Both of us wish it had a little more storage, but otherwise.
But really, you know, we were looking at a 30-footer, but really this thing's 25 feet. And I'm kind of appreciating it today because it's 30-mile-an-hour wind. Greatest thing.
Getting to that.
We got on the road early, and there's hardly no traffic.
Yeah.
It's us in the open road, and we got an RV in front of us and a camper behind us. So it's been really nice driving so far.
It is really nice. So we had all that, and then we were going to get a camper shell or a topper for the cab of the truck so that we could stuff it with all of our gear. And I found one online, looked like it was going to fit perfectly. we didn't realize how custom these things are. So we go to look at it. It's not going to fit. But it took us, 45 minutes out of our way in Phoenix to go look at this thing. And we were like hook, line, and sinker, thought we were going to have it. Don't have it. We have no cap for the truck. That was bummy because we were super hot. We were super tired. We were hoping to be out of Phoenix by 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And we finally left Phoenix at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It was a long day, you guys. It was terrible.
We left at 6.
6 in the morning.
At 8. And it was a hot day, but it was a test for the truck because this truck.
Climbing up the hill from Phoenix into Flagstaff. Yeah.
It's probably a 4,000 feet elevation gain. Really steep hills. And really hot.
Yeah.
Hot weather.
Really hot. And the truck managed just fine.
We made it. It was great.
Yeah. And we got to play with some of the, we've got a heavy duty. So we got to play with some of the features for the towing and stuff and get to know all of that stuff. So that was great. And then, so that was that day. We didn't get home till 8 o'clock at night. We were exhausted, basically just smashed down food and went to bed. Get up the next day and that's a moving day. So we hadn't really packed anything. What we've been doing is kind of downsizing, sorting out the things we know we definitely don't want to take with us. Yeah, we've done dump runs, giving things away, selling things. And so now it's moving day. We got to get everything into the camper. And so that was a lot. In my brain, I thought that I had everything organized and it was just like never ending. It was like finally.
For minimalists.
Yeah, exactly.
Still have a lot of shit.
We lived in a tiny house for 8 years. We lived in a camper for a year before that. I don't know how we have so much shit. But yeah, we have a ton of shit. And I still have a lot of things that I think I'm like saving probably have 10 or 15 mason jars and I like to use them as like Tupperware containers for drinks kind of things, liquid stuff. Whatever. So I still have a lot of things I think I need to go ahead and break up with. But anyways, so we spent all day Thursday moving into the camper. Then Friday, as we were moving in, we're like taking measurements and we're making a list of all the things we need to be road ready. So we go to Flagstaff, same thing. We leave at 7 a.m. Get to Flagstaff, do some laundry, start shopping. We both had 2 doctor's appointments. So we do all of that. We don't even leave Flagstaff until 5 o'clock, we said. So that was another long day. Got home around 6.
We were hoping to be home by 3.
Yeah.
And
well,
everything just
4 for sure. Longer. Yeah. Yeah. Everything takes longer than you expect. Then we had to finish moving in now that we had the gear that we needed to help put everything together. So we get that all taken care of. Well, no, we didn't get it all taken care of. We did it until 7:30. Then we had a date with our new neighbors who have now own 20 acres of our old property. And had a date with them to hang out. They just got there the day before yesterday. And so they're just moving in. They're just getting acclimated. So it was cool to catch up with them. They're awesome, awesome people. Caught up with them and then went back to finish. We come back at 9:30 to finish to pack. We packed until we were both just slap happy at 12 o'clock. And we finally crashed out, went to bed. Alarm went off at 4:30 in the morning. So we got up at 4:30 this morning to finish packing, to finish moving into the camper, to finish tying up all the loose ends, clean the house, all of that stuff.
We had to have the house ready
because we're showing it.
Sale.
Yeah, it's for sale. So yeah,
people can go to showing.
Yeah, and it's still not even as clean as I would like it. It's just not gross. It's not, dog hair lived in, dusty. So we were trying to leave. We were trying to be on the road at 7 o'clock this morning. We finally got on the road. Was it 9:30? 8:30. 8:30 we got on the road. And it just seems like it's been like one thing after another, you guys. So, okay, we had the whole trailer thing, the truck thing. Then last night, and I think it's because we were so tired trying to do everything so late, James was trying to hook up. So we're switching from a 12-volt battery to a 2 6-volt battery system. It'll store more electricity for us. And he does solar systems like for a living, but he was so tired and it was so late. He goes to set it up and he was like, I'm just going to double check what I'm doing really quick. So he Googles it. And this is a lesson for everybody. So he Googles it and Google tells him one way to set it up. I'm not going to go through the details because I don't want to tell you backwards and confuse you. Tells him one way to set it up. And he's like, oh, that's not what I was thinking, but I'm glad I checked. Right. And so then he sets it up that way. We got no electricity. And we're like, what the heck is going on? And he's like racking his brain. He's like disconnected, reconnected, has me come and double check. whatever. And so then he's like, I'm done with this right now. I got too many other things to do. So walks away from it, puts the old battery back on. So at least we have some kind of power. Comes back to it like an hour later, wasn't it? And he's like, I think that this is wrong. My gut's telling me this is wrong, that I was thinking it was the right way first. So then he digs in deeper to research, instead of just following what the Google AI analyzed and decided, and realized that his gut was right. He was right in the first place. He just was questioning himself. And
stupid.
We all do it. And so it works. It's great, perfect, beautiful. We bought a generator, a propane gasoline generator. We've never had a propane generator before. He couldn't get the propane version of it started yesterday for nothing. Like my arm hurt watching him pull this generator so many times. He kept reading the manual, going back to it, couldn't get it. Finally just poured gasoline in it and got it running so that we could charge up the trailer yesterday. Walks away from it for a couple of hours, comes back, hooks up the propane because the gas tank went empty. And was it the first pull? It started right up?
No, it was basically. I primed it just like the directions said.
And he'd been doing.
I was like, I hope it starts, and then it did.
Yeah. So it's just like we kept hitting roadblocks. This morning, I'm packing while I'm trying to make our coffees and our breakfast shakes and all of that. I move a water jug, not paying attention to what I'm doing. I literally... my whole cup of coffee knocks right over the whole thing. I'm talking 24 ounces of coffee, goes all the way down the back of my counter behind the refrigerator. Just a huge, I'm crying now. Like, I'm just like, because I'm trying to clean the house. We're trying to move. We're trying to get out of here. And I just spilled 24 ounces of coffee all over the back of these cabinets and shelves. We got to pull everything out now. It's just like everything that went wrong. But you know what? Like James said, we fucking did get on the road. And then wait, before I get there. So then yesterday, among the millions of things we had to do, James has no thyroid anymore. He needs thyroid medication in order to basically survive.
Forgot it.
He made it. We called in the prescription to make sure we had it for our trip. Forgot to pick it up when we were at Sam's Club yesterday. So then we had to go, instead of going north from home, going through the Grand Canyon National Park and heading up through Page, we had to come south, go through Williams, we took the 180, go through Flagstaff, and then come up the 89 the back way. And you said it only added 30 minutes.
30 minutes,
drive.
But still.
Plus the stop at Sam's Club.
Flagstaff traffic with the trailer.
Oh, yeah. And they've got Pride today, the Pride Parade.
We did it, though, leaving at 8:30. Flagstaff was still minimal people around.
Yeah.
We got in and out pretty good.
Yep.
We got lucky because the traffic is nothing.
Yeah, it's beautiful driving, nice and smooth. So we're like over the moon. We had some other episodes recorded that we were going to put ahead, like trip planning and stuff like that. But this week has been so crazy. I haven't had time to work on any of that stuff. So we figured we would just record and let you guys know how excited we are, how amazing this is.
Look outside of the dog.
Look at babies. Hi, Mama Joyce. Hi, baby. And Bella's sleeping, and Norman is being stubborn and needs to be touching me.
He's in between us.
Hi, baby.
He wants to sit in the front.
He does. If he could, he'd be on my lap, absolutely. So tonight, our plan is to be in the Kanab area, dispersed camping. We've got a site picked out in the National Forest. I think it's Dixon or Dixie National Forest, something like that. Hopefully that spot works out, but it's a national forest, so I'm sure if the spot we have pinned doesn't work, we'll be able to find another spot.
We're gonna find one.
So we'll definitely record and update you guys on that.
We're pretty excited to be able to not set up a tent and crawl in.
Yes, I'm so excited about that.
It's pretty exciting.
So amazing. We're rolling home. Maybe you can see that guy, the bed of the truck and all that mess back there behind us. For those of you who are not watching us on YouTube, definitely can listen. Of course, most of what we do is just chat, but definitely recommend subscribing to our YouTube channel at Kerouacs Cruising, where you can actually see all the fun stuff going on and not just hear our excitement talking about it. And then, so this is a big week. So we're in the process of moving up to Idaho. We tonight don't have anything going on other than work stuff, podcast editing and stuff. But tomorrow we're meeting one of our co-authors from the Together We Rise book. We're going to interview with her, Miss Carrie England. And then on Monday night, we have a date with Mary Black in Idaho Falls. She is the host of the Beyond the Cookie Cutter podcast. If you guys are looking for an inspirational podcast, I absolutely recommend it. She's an amazing host. She talks to some real change makers and has some really inspirational conversations. But so we're going to meet up with her on Monday night. And then our book releases on Tuesday, starting Monday. Together We Rise Summit starts. So every day at 11 o'clock, I think, Pacific time, we are having our summit where some of the authors are going to get on, talk about some real beautiful conversations. And so that's all week. We're going to be on Thursday. So we're super excited about that. So our book releases on Tuesday. We expect to get to Idaho, or the area where we're headed, on Wednesday. And then Thursday, we have our chat with the summit. And then Friday, the baby's birthday festivities begin. And that goes all the way through the 4th of July. So we are just so crazy, over the moon for these next couple of weeks. It's amazing. It's a lot of fun. We're excited to have you guys on the journey with us. And hopefully, I mean, we're going to go home for 10 days-ish in August. Hopefully just wrapping up all the loose ends, getting the last of our stuff out of there before whoever buys it is moving in. And then we're going to Yosemite after that, and on the road indefinitely. I mean, we'll be back up to Idaho again. We've got some hunting trips, and then of course for Christmas and all that, but otherwise traveling in between. I mean, we're full-time traveling now, you guys. It's so exciting. We were just talking about it. We estimate it's about 2.5 years coming that we decided that we wanted to travel full-time, and we were going to start making the moves. Yeah, exactly. And start making the moves. We knew we wanted to get a travel rig. Originally, the plan was an RV with our Yaris, but that got in an accident. So we bought a truck, and now we've got a trailer, which I think is better. Ultimately, I'm really excited.
We're not taking care of 2 engines.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we think the downside of an RV towing is. An RV by itself, now you don't have as much freedom. Every time you want to go explore and do excursions, you got to pack up camp to take it with you. So we definitely, if we were going to do an RV, wanted to do a tow behind. We considered for a minute towing this behind an RV. But I'm glad we didn't. Our camper is beautiful. We can leave that, at camp, and we can go explore and have all of our fun. So it's great, you guys. We got a lot of adventures coming, and so stay tuned. Wherever you're listening to us, please subscribe, hit for notifications so you can get all the updates. We've got so much going on right now. We're going to start updating more than once a week.
We're going to actually start putting some good content out for some, hey, we're going to be at a dispersed camping site tonight.
Yep.
We're going to tell you how it is.
Yep. And James got a video drone gifted to us by a friend for the podcast. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
I don't know how to drive it.
He still has to learn how to fly it. It's a little too windy at home for him to been able to practice. He doesn't want to damage it, but that's going to be some cool footage coming up, you guys. So again, you want to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Kerouacs Cruising. And, of course, wherever you listen, we love you guys so much. We appreciate you, and, happy travels.
Happy travels.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Kerouacs Cruising.
We're thrilled to have you with us.
We had a blast recording this episode and hope you enjoyed our adventures as much as we enjoyed sharing them.
For more amazing pictures and stories, visit our website and blog at kerouacscruising.com.
And join the conversation on Facebook at Kerouacs Cruising, or email us at join@kerouacscruising.com.
We'd love to hear your thoughts and suggestions.
If you enjoyed this episode, please consider liking, subscribing, and leaving us a review.
Your support helps us reach more listeners and allows us to continue sharing our travel experiences with you.
It's a generous favor that means the world to us.
Thank you so much for listening to Kerouacs Cruising.
Until next time, happy travels.